Hi everyone, Leigh Goldstein here for 10-Minute Trades. I want to welcome you to the weekly Market Movers video preview. This is our trade room schedule, as well as a look at all the events that we feel will move the futures markets in the upcoming week. So let's get started. Keep in mind that all times are Eastern time. So Monday morning at 8 o'clock, we'll start in our trade room for Empire State Manufacturing. We'll be in the room during Schwab earnings release, so we'll keep an eye out and see if Schwab moves the market at all. Then we will be back for a family money trade Monday at 11:30 in the morning. And then at 5:30 p.m., we'll be looking at New Zealand's quarterly CPI. Tuesday, there's an official event. It has a trade report, but we don't have a trade room because it's at 2 in the morning. British average earnings, claimant count. That's like the British jobs report. We'll start our first trade room on Tuesday at 6 a.m. for Johnson & Johnson, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs. And then we'll be back in the room at 8 a.m. for core retail sales, a family money trade, and Canada's core CPI. Back in the room at 9 a.m. for industrial production, capacity utilization, and then at 3:45 in the afternoon for the API crude oil report, where we'll also take a look and see if United Airlines earnings moves the market at all. And then at 10 p.m., no trade room. We'll just be watching the Chinese GDP, retail sales, industrial production, unemployment rate report. Wednesday, 2 a.m., you have British CPI, PPI. That's an official report, but we don't have a trade room as that's due in the morning. And at 5 in the morning, no trade room, but we will be watching the European core CPI. Our first trade room on Wednesday is 7 a.m. for Morgan Stanley earnings, 8 a.m. building permits and housing starts, 10 o'clock for crude oil inventories, and then back at 12:30 p.m. for the 20-year bond auction, 1:30 p.m. for the beige book, and then back at 3:30 for Netflix and Tesla. They're just 5 minutes apart. And then back in the room at 8:15 p.m. for the Australia jobs report. Thursday morning, 8 a.m. start, unemployment claims and Philly Fed in the trade room. 9:45 for existing homes and natural gas. And then Friday, we wind up the week, 6:30 a.m. for American Express earnings. No trade room for Canada retail sales, but we will keep an eye on that report. That report's at 8:30 a.m. So a very big week, lots of earnings. Some of them, we're not 100% sure what's going to happen. Sometimes companies don't release their earnings in a reliable manner, and they're not released at the time they say that they will. But we will be there looking at many of the big reports to see if we can capitalize on the opportunity. Leigh Goldstein here for 10-Minute Trades. I'll see you next week in the trade room.